said I wasn't connected. Hey guys, it's Krista Bigler. I'm your do-it-yourselfing dietitian, and today I'm going to talk to you about why would you juice? Should you or shouldn't you? Or what's the pros and the cons, and what are some different types of juicers? So really tried to get it set up so you could see today. Okay, so I definitely wouldn't have a juicer if I didn't go to Bozeman, Montana every year. And one year I stopped at this cute little juice shop and got juice every day. And when I came home, I was craving it. So I researched all the juicers, borrowed everyone's juicer I knew, and tried them out for the best one. So this is the result. First of all, why would you want to juice? Well, maybe you have a bumper crop of produce of something. Like right now I have a lot of tomatoes, so I'm going to use those and make veggie juice. Maybe you have a lot of apples, that would be a great reason, right? A couple other reasons are you're getting a lot of dense nutrition in a very small amount, right? So you get a lot of fruits and veggies that maybe you wouldn't be able to eat otherwise. Hey Karen. So it's very dense nutrition. And then here's probably the biggest thing that I don't know if people know is that because it's raw, of course, it's good to eat something like raw veggies every day because of the enzymes that they have. Like they have all their enzymatic activity. And so enzymes are really important for digestion and like every biochemical reaction in your body for all nutrient absorption. So that's the pros. Cons would be not a lot of fiber, no fiber, right? Because all the roughage is out and we need fiber. It's kind of like a broom for our colon or large intestine to keep regular. So we don't have that. And then the other thing is it can be kind of expensive because you're using a lot of produce to make one glass of juice. So those are some pros and cons, I think, off the top of my head. If you have more pros and cons, please leave them in the comments. So I want to show you a couple different types of juicers, and there's kind of three major types, but two mostly. One that I don't have here is for like people who live in the Southwest and have lemons and limes to juice. They just have like a citrus press, and you can see those on Amazon. They're like $30 a citrus juicer, and that's just for citrus or oranges or whatever. And then there's other types of juicers. There's two big types. The centrifugal juicer, which is this Hamilton Beach one over here, or the masticating juicer, which is this like Omega one right here. The difference is centrifugal juicers spin around very, very quickly, and they're very fast. They are very fast. They have a very large diameter neck, so you can put bigger fruit down in them. So, so they go really quick. They were made really popular by this documentary called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. There's a Breville one that's on that, and it looks kind of like this Hamilton Beach one, but a little bit different. It's got a big neck on it. You put the fruit in, and it like zip, zip, and you have juice. So that's awesome. But here's the thing about centrifugal juicers. They, because they're so fast, they whip a lot of air into the juice, and so they introduce oxidation, and oxidation is like rust for food and for our bodies. So it breaks down nutrients faster. So if you're using a centrifugal juicer, you really can't use that. Like technically, it doesn't really keep as well as like with a masticating juicer. Okay. Centrifugal juicers are also a little more reasonable than masticating juicers. Masticating juicers are slower. You also have to cut up the fruits or veggies much smaller because it literally like presses it out. And so the other thing about centrifugal is it goes so fast that you have a wetter pulp at the end, and with this masticating one you have a drier pulp at the end. I ended up getting the masticating one because I got it for the same or less price as the centrifugal one. Usually this one's like $300, usually this one's like 50 to 120. But since I got this one the same price, I went with this one. Some people think that this has more pieces to clean up. I don't really think so. It just looks like it comes with a lot of pieces. It makes like nut butter and different things I've never done with it. But really you just take apart the pieces. I'll show you that in just a sec here. So I'm going to throw some stuff in here, and then I'll make sure I put some recipes in the comments at the end, okay? I'll show you what these bad boys do. So I talked to you about why you'd want to juice, because of the enzymes, and then just to use up a bumper crop. Like right now I've got cucumbers from the garden, and these are super juicy, and then I'll post some recipes, but it would be like cucumbers and carrots and ginger, kind of whatever. So I didn't even cut this up small enough. I'll show this to you quick. So this is the masticating one. It makes for a drier pulp. Sometimes when I'm doing the centrifugal one, I actually have to like put the pulp back in there, so it makes it more messy. Do an apple. The most annoying thing about the masticating juicer is that you have to get the item small. But once I do the juicing, once I juice with the masticating juice, I can put it in glasses and keep it for a couple days because it doesn't introduce all the air like the centrifugal one does. Last time I bought glasses, I bought these working glasses because they come with lids, so you can use them for food storage and stuff, and they're interchangeable. So just FYI, they're like super common, called working glasses. So that's what I do with this. Because it's kind of a process. A centrifugal juicer would be great if you were like gonna pop one in every morning or something and just drink it on the go and clean up quick and whatnot. But for me, who's going to be doing something like just a few times a year, honestly, and all at once, then I get this mammoth out and work on it. So just showing you what it looks like. All right, so this is masticating. You can see how slow it is, but it really gets a lot of juice out. Meanwhile, I'll put some apples and things in a centrifugal one. So I had to cut up all my stuff really small because the diameter of this one's very tiny. Like everything I try to put in, I have to go back and cut up a little bit more. But this one, it's so big, you just drop it in. It's very, very, very big. Like, look at all the stuff I can throw in here. It's huge. So, don't forget to have your juice catcher at the end, and we let her rip. So you can very quickly see the difference that I threw in a part of an apple and a whole lot of cucumbers, and it spits out the juice like rapidly quick. So when I was test driving these before I bought one, I tried parsley because I really like parsley in my juice at juice shops, and I couldn't taste it when I used this because this one spins the fruit through so fast and the stuff through so fast that parsley's so dry, you'd really have to be kind of slow and methodical to make that work. So yeah, masticating juicer, centrifugal juicer. Centrifugal is really quick. Phone call in the middle of the thing. Has a larger diameter. You can just throw the fruit in. It goes really, really quickly, and but it introduces oxygen, so you really like the nutrient quality is not as high over time. And it has a wet pulp. Like it's all self-contained, which is nice. It has a wet pulp, and I always feel like I need to throw the pulp back in to get my full money's worth out because I'm like, look at all this pulp. Chickens love this, which is awesome. There are places that like reuse this pulp and make it into muffins and things, which is fairly ambitious for me. Not much of a baker, but that's centrifugal. This is masticating. So it's just kind of a matter of preference and like what you plan to do with it. I wanted to show you, I didn't show you the inside of this one, so I want to show you the inside quick. Let me unplug it. You have to make sure you get it all on perfectly. And the one that's really popular in this brand I mentioned earlier is a Breville model of the centrifugal. It's made famous by a documentary. So you just kind of pull apart these few pieces and you rinse them off. But honestly, I don't really feel like this is a whole lot to clean either. I mean, it's kind of like a horse apiece in my opinion. So that's it. Why do you want to juice? Maybe because you have a bumper crop, or because you want the raw enzymes, or you just like the flavor, or whatever. It's definitely not like a kitchen necessity, but it's interesting, right? And that's it. Okay, have a great day. Post your questions if you have them below.